Yeah.
Sometimes we capture some.
Oh yeah, Danielle. There was an interview we were trying to record last week, and Jono forgot to hit record.
Oh no!
And we realized
It was so good too, man.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the NiNe Show.
Where would this take them? Where is this current feeling or value set going to take them in the future?
Like
Yeah.
opposites. Like you're going that way, I'm going this way.
I mean this very literally. There's no emotion in how I did that. For me, it's just pure efficacy of recall.
It doesn't sound like I have to human. I think that's the NI as opposed to NE that just wants to see it in its totality, right?
Common point of what was that word you used, Jono?
What? What the? Yo, what the fuck? Okay, go. Let's go.
I will chew you.
All right.
Okay, guys, welcome to the NiNe Show. Today we got a very special interview with Danielle, and she just got her type. I'm gonna fuck this up. Double feminine, sleep, consume, blast, SIFI.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that correct?
Cool. Yeah, it's
I
correct.
think so.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
Almost,
great.
Jono.
So, obviously, I'll stop. Danielle, you've been typed. It's a whole new world. It's like, holy crap, I didn't realize I was like this. I thought I was maybe upside down or something. That's the realization I had anyway. But how are you feeling right now? Like, obviously you said it was a bit of a shock. I remember you mentioned that in the group.
Right.
Take us through the journey.
The journey. I was just like, what the fuck, basically. Like, I get it, I see it, but it was still very surprising to be late SI, I guess.
Right, so you thought you had like low SI?
Yeah, I mean, it's just everything I think that I was associating with SI, I was probably wrong on. Like, it's just because sensory, like, it bores me so much. So, like, maybe that should have been a tip off, actually. But it's, like, incredibly boring. It's incredibly stressful and draining. I think because I was seeing my demon play and sort of meshing that in with SI, basically, and thinking that they were the same thing.
Right, like the interaction with the world and like just kind of having to do things in the environment type thing.
Yeah, and just I'm really stressed out by sounds and lights and all of that shit.
Yeah, wow.
Can I swear?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
You're Australian. That's like part of our language, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think that maybe so you mentioned that you thought sensory was get away from me. I don't like it. It's boring. Do you think that could be like maybe more attributed to like FI? So you got masculine FI, the savior, and it's like I don't care about this thing. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not excited by it. It's not moving my emotions, so I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Maybe it's not the biggest part of it, but it's definitely in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And your SI is like you're double masculine on the NE and FI, like you consume. So like you'd see that, like you'd experience that like more intensely, and like it's like
notice it.
Well, like that's
It's like a pain. Like I know this is taking an analogy. It's like you have this pain in your body, and it's like it's there. You realize that it's there, so therefore like give it attention. Even though it's like potentially, even though like masculine consumes a demon, it's like you're aware of it type thing.
Yeah.
We're the NF world.
Yeah, like I feel even now, like I primarily live within that. I feel like, because I feel like my SI is just super unconscious, and what I'm conscious of is the NF Like Dave
Yeah.
said that pretty much I'm activating my NE right away. And I am because, all the stuff that I'm interested in that I do all day long, it's pretty much NE world.
Yeah.
So it honestly doesn't feel like a demon to me, even though it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
That makes
I
sense.
can relate to that with my SI in a
Yeah,
sense, because like
it's the masculine.
yeah, so your NE is
Right.
tied to like your second animal, and like SI
Yeah.
for me is tied to my second animal. So I feel like
Wow.
I can give it attention. Like I can do the SI every now and then. I can do routine. I can do lists. I can do structure.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bit painful, but it just seems like it comes a bit more natural.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I was watching like a Benjamin video. He was talking. He was responding to Jack from Socionics, and he was just talking about SI though. He said, it's kind of seemed to be connected to meaning. Like we have a skewed understanding of SI, but SI does have more depth. So maybe it's like we just didn't, as a community, we just haven't understood SI well enough, such that like, do you know what I mean? Maybe there's like
Yeah.
about it being unconscious and like, I don't know. SI is really interesting. Like,
It's really hard to understand, I think. Even for me. What I thought SI was, it's like absolutely like none of that for me. Like, can you guys hear the planes in the background?
Oh,
Yeah.
we could hear some sound, but it's not that loud.
So
It's pretty-
annoying. Sorry, I live right near an airport, so
Whereabouts do you live? Are you near Melbourne? Are you in Melbourne?
yeah,
Nice.
Melbourne,
Whereabouts?
St Albans,
Okay. I'm
like
not too sure
it's
what that is.
high crime area.
Oh, really?
yeah, I think it was like rated the worst.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Do you attribute to the high crime rating? Are you like busting into people's houses and stuff?
Yes.
Too much Red Dead Redemption, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, I love that.
Such a good game.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, sorry, Manny, were you saying something?
I can't remember, bro.
Okay, that's fine. So, Danielle, obviously, like I mentioned before, you're still probably processing the type. It's still early days. Like I remember when I got typed, it took me weeks and weeks and weeks to like figure everything out, and I'm still trying to figure things out. Like, Demon TE, Demon SI, and stuff like that. But do you have any examples around like how you have missing play? Like, have you been able to work that out or try to figure that out?
That's, I think, mostly I can't really handle like the tribe chaos like at all. Because my computer is in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of activity. Like my dad's always coming out, my brother's always coming out trying to chat to me. And I just, it's so draining. I cannot do it. Like I just slide my room divider across,
Leave me alone. Go away. Too much.
Yeah,
Too much interaction.
like
yeah.
I can't. It's just, it's so draining.
Interesting. So
And distracting.
we all have, we all have low play. Like all four of us of the night show, we got play third. So I guess we can understand it to an extent.
Yeah.
But I guess for someone that's missing, like the intensity is just so much more real.
Yeah, I think
Right?
so.
Yeah. So before this, you mentioned that we were kind of having a play like a joke around like missing play and you being like awake at crazy hours in the morning. What time did you wake up this morning or yesterday?
Yesterday. 9 p.m.
Yeah, so you've been awake since 9 p.m.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And just for context, it's 8:50 in the morning in Australia, or in the East Coast anyway. So you've been awake for 12 hours. Since,
Stop shaming me.
No, it's actually
Everyone
great.
always shames me about it.
Let's talk about the benefits of that. Let's talk about the benefits.
Yeah. Yes.
So try to deal with.
Well,
yes,
it's just
like
yeah. Sorry.
no, I was going to say it's what we were saying before this recording was that it's nice to wake up when there's no one else around.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel like you have this peace. You're in a world like we're all sleep saviors, so we're all like to be just like in a world of not having to interact.
Yeah.
So yeah, being awake early in the morning is always nice. Nice to process, right?
It's not the reason that I do it. Like it's just because I don't work at the moment. So my sleeping pattern is so all over the place. My brother's is like that. My dad's is like that, and we all live together. So it's yeah.
Nice.
I
So
think it's
all
just
chaos.
kind of our family. We're like that in general.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
even my mum and my sister, like, yeah.
Damn. You know, like there's I'm gonna throw some sensory here. There's so chronobiology is just like the understanding of how our circadian rhythm works. And there's
Mhm.
this like idea about chronotypes where we inherit genetically like certain let's say personalized circadian rhythms. So like some people are morning people, some people are night people, and that's like a genetic thing. Like that's your chronotype. And there's a special one in this book. It's called The Power of When, where he's categorized each one. You have like the lions, who are the morning people, the wolves are the night people. Then he calls some people the dolphins, and they
Oh
have
yeah.
like really messed up, not
That's
messed up,
I did the
just
test.
chaotic. Were
That's the
you a
crop type,
dolphin?
yeah.
I was a dolphin, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
probably
wow.
possible
Me
you
and
I
hit
have the
Jono are
dolphin
dolphins
as well.
too.
Yeah.
Really?
Manny's the lion. Or whatever.
Yeah. But what you're
Me,
saying
it's
about your family makes perfect sense because you inherit that from your parents.
Right.
So it
Cool.
makes perfect sense.
that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Leon, do you have any questions?
Do you have questions? Were you like, what was the like? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that were surprising, but like, I was surprised that you weren't energy dominant because
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
feel like everything you post is like pretty much a yes for me. Like, I
Well,
totally
just
relate.
funny. It's
I find
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Right.
everything. Maybe we
Yeah.
need to change our perceptions of what it means to be info dumb or energy dumb. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe we just
I don't even like everything people saying about infodom. I'm like, nope, don't relate. I don't know. I just always related so much more to the energy dom stuff.
Mm,
But I don't really know that much about it either. So
yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
I'm sure if
So
we asked
you're-
you again in a few months, you'd have a different answer because
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
kind of interesting to notice that you're like pretty much the most introverted like animal stack that you can get, but
Uh-huh.
like you even hide your face. It's like no, you can't even know my like real identity. That's
No,
so
it's
cool.
so true. Like, oh, I've always been like that. Even since I was a kid, like my mum would say things like you never even wanted hugs, you didn't want to be touched, you didn't want to be looked at. Like I think she was scared of me a little bit, like
Wow.
her own child.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
We
Just
do
like
appreciate you coming out of the to like do this. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, so your sleep is it's like double activated sleep, and it's like the S like I have NITI sleep, which is the exact opposite like of
All right.
you. So like I don't understand SIFI sleep. Could you talk to me about that? Like, do you feel like you get it or not?
Yeah, I'm curious what you're going to say because I have some interesting insights on this.
I mean, I've kind of I feel like all I can really explain is what I said on my reveal post. I think it's just that I'm grabbing pieces of sensory, like in the background, not consciously. My brain's just doing it for me, and
Yeah.
sort of putting everything into boxes. Like,
Yeah,
like
it's just doing that.
Like, you know, for example, UFOs, soda cans, fans, stuff like that goes into one box because they're like silver. They have that sort of similarity.
What's
Wow.
weird? Oh my god, that's so weird.
That's pretty cool.
So that pretty much I've got like, you know, thousands of boxes and they're just full of different shit.
Yeah.
And I think I just use the NE to connect things together and into building sort of
Wow.
something, a concept.
Would you say that like NE for you is kind of more serving your savior sleep? So it's like you've kind of gathered all this information, you've organized, you know, like you said, your boxes, and then like NE is like trying to figure that stuff out from there.
Yeah. But I think it's more of a deliberate thing. Like I'm trying to build something, you know, like I want to build something. So I'll start deliberately gathering the little pieces that I've already organized and putting them together.
Okay. Is there anything like, is there any examples that you could give that you maybe are building towards? Or?
Like character building. When I build my characters,
Nice.
like I usually start with one thing, like I said, like a soda can or something. Maybe my character likes diet soda, and then they'll remind me of UFOs, and then maybe because UFOs are in the same boxes as like baseball fields to me for some reason, like maybe they like that now too,
Right.
and yeah.
That's so interesting.
That is very interesting. Like,
I've not really thought about that before.
Yeah, I guess. Oh man, that's when I find feminine SI the most interesting, like elusive, because it's like you're relying on the intuition to make sense of these sensory, but like for me, like with my NI, I basically rely on the sensory to like guide me. But with you, it's your SI is really relying on intuitive connections to guide your sensory, and that kind of blows my mind because I'm like, I don't know how that works, but the way you're explaining it, it's I guess that's what's going on, where you're like a lot of this is happening unconsciously because it's like it's very intuitively bounded, you know? Like,
yes, that's Like I described it, I think, to someone as like mirror shards. Like the sensory pieces are like mirror shards, and I can gather all the pieces and build it into like a mirror, which is, you know, whatever concept I'm building. So that's how it seems to me. Maybe that's just how it feels, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. What about your so I guess that your sleep makes sense, definitely, like being connected with your consume. It almost becomes like an intuitive world. Because even though it's SI, it's like the way it's set up, it's more of an intuitive world. But like, how do you experience your blast? Because your blast is dark. It's SITE, right? So and it's double feminine. Oh shit, you have double feminine blast.
Do I?
Because your TE is feminine, your SI is feminine. But I can totally get that. Like you seem really chill and really cool. So it's like, let's pretend he's still here.
He dropped it, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
he's kind of trash.
I don't really know. I think I primarily just use my blast in helping people. Like, oh, this person needs this information. Even though it's stressful, you know, I'll blast what I know to them. Like when I was on the keto groups, because I knew a lot about it, I was just constantly blasting to people. Like it was so stressful, but they needed the information. So that's why I just dropped out of them, because I'm like, no way, this is too much.
There's an example of being info dominant, right?
I don't know, maybe.
People need the information. People need it.
That's a good point.
I mean, arguing. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you go. That's the double feminine blast. Like we're gonna let each other.
Yeah. Like just arguing on YouTube as well. I think that might be a part of it as well. That like, I just had to like tell myself like stop, you know, because I would just like sit there and argue with people all day long, and it was so stressful.
Is it because like they're wrong about stuff? Like it's like more you're trying to inform them, correct them about something they just don't understand.
Yeah, they're wrong. Like I need to make sure, like, if people are reading that, they're going to get the wrong idea. It's like, well, I need to let them know that, you know, that's bullshit.
That's cool. And the thing is, the way you your way of doing it, like at least what I've seen on the Facebook group is, it's like really nice. It's like really like, it's like you can't. No one can take what you're saying badly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there was some drama, right? You created
in written form, sure, it's like that. Yeah. What drama? Which one?
No, there wasn't. Didn't you create a group?
Yeah, I did.
Hey guys, this is the no rules group. Rules. No way, tribe.
Oh shit.
Can you tell us about that? Like, you don't have to go into
sure.
details, but maybe just like high level.
Yeah. Well, somebody posted in one of the groups, can we stop posting religious memes? And I can't remember what the other one was. Can we do a poll about it, basically? And I was like, okay, I disagree with this. I don't think we should censor people to that extent.
Yeah.
And then the admins implemented the rules anyway, without the poll. And I was like, that's unfair. I don't like this rule change anyway. I'm out of here. And then,
Nice.
and then I made the other group. And yeah, I felt like bad about that, but
OP uncensored. But then everyone's response was so like civil. Like, even though there was like drama, and maybe maybe you were pissed off and acted in anger and created this other subgroup, and people joined and thought this was cool. Everyone was still so civil about it at the end. Like, everyone was like, "Yeah, it's fine, no worries." And you even posted something saying, "Look, I'm sorry," blah, blah, blah. And everyone was just friends again. So it's like, cool.
I don't want to upset people. It was like, this is against my values. So, like, I'm still going to do what's in line with my values, even though, like, I love these people, you know. But
yeah, no, I get that. And I'd say that was needed. Like, what you did was a good compromise, you know.
Yeah.
I have a theory. You ready to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about we all thought you were energy dominant.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this to the guys earlier. I said, I wonder if, like, you know, because you're Australian, that maybe that gives off some energy dominant vibes. You know, like, we're just so chill, we're so down to earth, we're so relaxed. Like, I wonder if that kind of gives people the impression that you have the energy dominant vibes.
I think maybe it's
there's an element to it, right?
I don't know. Maybe it's the NE with the low play or something, because I like a lot of stupid shit. And I don't know, I just taking stuff too seriously. I don't know. It's just like, too much energy, you know?
Yeah.
It just could be the play last as well. But
yeah,
I wanted to use it as an opportunity to say, look, you know, people, even though people can come across as energy dominant, it doesn't necessarily mean like that's the way you type them. There's so much more information and other perspectives you need to see.
They typed James Clear as energy dominant, and I was shocked at that because, like, I didn't hear anything about energy. But
James Clear,
whatever.
INTJ.
Yeah, he's basically me, but blast first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
But
I had another theory relating to what you were saying, but it left my freaking head like feminine intuition does. Maybe it's more, it's an FI thing. I feel like it's an FI thing because, like, the way I deal with stuff is, like, when I'm stressed, I just want to laugh. So I use my FI like, oh, this is funny to my FI, and like, ha ha ha. Now I'm like in savior mode and I'm getting boosted up. Maybe you're kind of doing that in like a double activated, you know, FI thing.
Yeah, I do that for sure. But regarding the thing about you guys saying, like, I guess the point is diplomatic, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I'm so not diplomatic in real life. Like, with my immediate family, I'm such an asshole. Like, seriously, like, immediately just an asshole.
Did you give
favor mode around family?
That's good double deciding though. Like, you're very self-aware.
Yeah, true. I guess maybe because you've probably been with them for so long. It's like, you know, your patience is probably.
Yeah.
Probably called you an asshole enough too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Do you have any examples or not exactly?
Yeah. Give us some examples, because your brother's in the group as well, right?
Yeah. God, examples. I don't know. It's just he'll come in and he'll be like, "Oh, I've realized something," and tell me. I'm like, that's like stupid, totally wrong. Like, man, I'm just, the way I go about it is so aggressive. Like, no, you're wrong. That's stupid. Here's why. You know. That's why I thought I was MTE, but I'm not.
Yeah. Is it like your because he's not here with us at the moment, but he's got masculine NE, and he'll be quick to shoot down ideas.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's also your masculine any. Like you are seeing things the most out of everyone, and it's almost like slight frustration that everyone else can't see that this thing is clearly like a bad idea as quickly as you can. So you have to kind of be like, it's like you're talking to a child kind of thing. Like this isn't a good idea, man. And
Yeah,
maybe it's
that's
that.
kind of
Maybe
how I feel.
the masculine any. It's just it feels very like it's very clear.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, I have no idea, but when I hear a stupid idea, I'm like, that's a really stupid idea. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you TE?
That's so.
Pardon?
I want to hear examples of your TE.
Oh man, I've got
Ask a
audio.
question.
Single activated feminine TE, kind of like Jono.
Yeah. I can't think of examples. I'm so bad with examples.
Yeah, the feminine.
Like, okay, name one thing that you like totally love.
Totally love.
Yeah.
Like character building. I guess maybe that's not good enough.
Okay.
Not
All
personal.
right, now give me 10 reasons why you love that.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry. He tried.
I'm waiting for the
Make an
flip
example
off.
of demon TE.
See,
Talk to me.
if it's my stuff, I'm not really going to get that mad about it. It's like if it's someone else's stuff, someone's presenting something to me, I'm like,
Yeah, that's TI is your reasons. TE is like
demon TE.
The actual tribe reasons, like what's going on externally. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
I feel like the demon TEs, like every kind of demon is like more of the savior, but in a negative form. In what I've noticed, like demon TE, like I don't like that, and I can give you all the reasons. But when it comes to like you liking something, then it's kind of harder.
Yeah.
Because then you're feeling good.
That's true.
Go into thinking mode when you feel good.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man. Good point.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I'm like an idiot, right? Like I'm not good. I'm not good at the thinking thing, but I'm so critical of other people's TE. You know, it's like I don't have a right to be because I'm an idiot, but I am.
Yeah, that's really funny. I guess it's like even though you're a jumper, it's like in your stack, TE is still second. I think that helps. Like Shaver said, how that it still like makes it like strong. Like my FE is second, so it's not completely like.
It's like a big muscle. It's a big muscle there, but it's just not getting used as much.
You just don't
need to use it as like
big soft muscle.
It's also not activated, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I've just been trying to get as far away from it as possible. Like first I'll jump and no, I'm not activating you, you know.
Exactly. And then even with your animals, then you just fully just try avoid it as much as possible. Yeah.
I have a question about street smarts. So like I don't know where I'm going with this like in my head, but I know that my sister is a feminine SI savior. And I'm not sure. I think she's masculine FE or whatever, but that SI and the feeling, I feel like she's really street smart. Would you say that you're street smart? Like if you were like,
I feel like I'm good at like assessing my surroundings. But also, if something does happen, I'm not very confident in like asserting myself. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I feel like I should define what I am thinking street smart is.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, to me, it's like for one, knowing your environment. Two, like being cautious, but not being too paranoid. Like, because you're not supposed to let anybody know that you're like paranoid about them or about what possibly could be happening. And so it's kind of just like, to me, just letting that animal in you kind of go out and do its thing. Like for me, the masculine ST, I'd be like, oh, like I saw that car and it's like circling the building and then parking and then circling the building and parking. Like I'm using the ST and I'm just like, that doesn't make me feel safe. I'm going to watch that car and I'm going to let people know, hey, watch that car. And guess what happened? That car ended up shooting at some other guy, whoever was driving the car.
Wow.
So like, that's part of street smarts. I don't know if that was clear enough, but
you know,
how do you use your SF?
I would say
that's
like I agree with that. Like the same kind of thing happened to me. Like I saw this dude drive by in a car and he sort of looked at me and I was like, oh, here we go, you know. And on my way home, I saw the same car sort of circle back around the block and down my street. And I was like, fuck. And he stopped at my house and I was like, that's it. And I just like ran inside. Yeah. So it's just like, I kind of feel like I knew something was going to happen as soon as I saw him. Because you can just sort of tell when someone's going to be like a creeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would suggest is that if that ever happens next time, knock on the door and then wait as if it's not your house so that he doesn't think you live there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
idea,
like,
yeah.
That's a good idea.
that
It was just
so that
like
he'll
so.
just see, like,
It was just like so automatic, you know, like just
of course. Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
Actually,
go to my favorite box for protection, right?
Yeah, actually, I should specify. I didn't like run in through the front door. I ran down the drive and into the backyard, and because I didn't have keys at that time, so I hid in the garage, like, and I grabbed a broom and I like pushed myself against the door and like stuffed the hole in the door so no one could see and just like waited because
Yeah.
I was like ready to attack.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That sounds pretty shitty, actually.
Yeah.
Dang,
That's
I'm
it,
glad
right?
you're okay.
Yeah. I get it.
Man, Australia is a place that interesting place. Interesting wildlife.
Everything's trying to kill you, man. Wildlife's trying to kill you. The insects are trying to kill you.
Yeah.
People are trying to kill you. The weather is trying to kill you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. The weather here. I hate it.
What's it like right now? Let's talk about the weather.
It's
Is it
freezing.
Cold?
It's fucking
cold.
It's
freezing here as well. Sydney is cold. Yeah, last night was freezing.
Really?
What's freezing for you guys? Like,
okay, maybe 20 degrees Celsius.
I don't know. God, I'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for
like
us, Danielle?
God. I didn't prepare.
Yeah, no, it's cool. You can say no.
Normally interviewees don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious because the sleep consume, and it's like I just want to like see what's inside there, you know. Like I love breaking introverts out of it, you know.
I'm really super intrigued. We can also do like a follow-up interview as well in the future when it's like when you're
that'd be cool.
Because you'll have a new perspective.
I feel like the best way to see what's in there is really just like through my writing, honestly.
Yeah.
Because even like my brain, it's just so freaking chaotic, like all the time. And like, I think because of the high sleep and because it's like double activated, it's like I'm not aware of it like 90% of the time. I don't know what's going on in there. It's just like jumbled up and
that's me too, man. Like my brain feels like it feels like it just feels like smoke. It just feels like
fog. Like you're wandering around in the fog and it's just like shit zipping by.
I always thought it was feminine OI. Like I just thought, oh, it's my feminine OI.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know. It's weird. It's exactly the same for me, and I always feel like something's wrong with me. I'm like people.
It's interesting.
Pardon?
It's interesting. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this. Is like he's always saying like wherever you put your attention is where you put your energy. And I think that people with high sleep, if their attention is in here all the time, their physical brain is always working. So people with high sleep just have high brain activation. And because of that, that's where the chaos happens in your head because you're constantly in here. And we're not here. We're not like just at peace. So I feel like, people say that meditation is good for people with sleep loss, but I think it's good for even people with high sleep as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
Like people got it twisted.
sleep loss are doing the chaos out here, and we're doing the chaos in here. But
Yeah.
like, meditation brings you like to the center, and it's like, okay, we need balance.
It does help. I tried it like one time. It really helped in that moment.
Yeah.
It definitely helps in the moment, but the long-term benefits as well are so good. Like,
So good. You change.
It gives you like you guys talk about the cloudiness and stuff of your brain. You actually get it. Actually, you start to see the fog disappear, and then your brain starts to become a lot more clearer.
Yeah. Danielle, just so also like, because let's say like my brain, it just kind of feels like fog. It feels like I don't know what's going on. But when I am meditating and like I'm getting clear-minded, I still don't know what's going on, but it's just not foggy. It's like I feel like I can be in the world.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It gives me clarity in who I am in the world. I still don't know what's going on, but like I can just be. So it is interesting. But it gives
Mine's pretty solid.
A little masculine, man.
Pretty solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Did you guys have any other questions to wrap this up?
I don't think. I probably have more questions, but
we're also so obviously sleep dominant.
Yeah, man. We need to process it.
We're all processing stuff as and toward the end, like the interview keeps going up, and we're just constantly just into processing mode. And it's so interesting to watch. It's so interesting.
Yeah, honestly,
it's a good example for typology, right? The typology of the community.
Literally, because we're all save your sleep. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I guess so. Do you guys have any questions? Cool. This was really good. Like, I definitely think we should do a follow-up interview as well.
Yeah.
I am very intrigued by SF sleep and just SI in general as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great having you on.
Thanks for
doing this.
joining us, Danielle.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. This, by the way, this was last minute. Like, she was just like, "Yeah, I'll just do this in an hour." Like, sure. And I was like, "Whoa, okay." So like, this was good. Like, this was like going.
It's better.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better for me because the more I have to think about it, the more stressful it is.
The less you're playing.
That's
true. That's a realization I've been having to like remind myself recently as well. It's like I know I need to like. So I'm trying to be fit. I'm trying to work out. And I keep thinking about it, like, should I work out today? Should I not work out today? But that's the problem is I'm stuck in sleep and I'm not just doing it.
Yeah, you just have to do it, like,
It's gonna switch the brain.
That's to take you out. Yeah, that's a really good point. Advice for all you save your sleeps out there: just don't think about what you need to do. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview.
Thank you. Thank you for joining the NiNe show.
Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And Danielle, do you have anything you want to promote? Put it in the description.
Any wisdom you want to leave us with?
Any wisdom? Your 3 truths.
Drink more water.
Drink more water. Yeah, that's Yes.
Stay hydrated
right now. I'm hurt.
Stay hydrated.
I don't have any left, so stay hydrated.
You could have just
Anyways,
SF.
I'll edit that in.
All right, thanks, Danielle. So good to get to know you a bit more and chat. So thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.